Alright, the mic's on this time. I'm an idiot. Hello, I'm Opinionated Chris. Welcome to my channel. Today, for our first video, I'm going to be discussing Halloween Kills, which if you're a horror fan and you haven't seen this movie yet, you should be ashamed of yourself because it is a fucking ride. I loved it. A lot of people are giving it grief, particularly because of the ending, which I could kind of understand because the ending does feel rushed and kind of sloppy in comparison to the rest of the movie. But at the same time, the ending isn't an ending. This movie is an interlude to the ending, which is Halloween Ends, and that's coming out next year. So, those of you who are complaining about the ending, you haven't seen the ending yet. Just sit tight, don't get your panties in a bunch. So, to start, I think I should just go straight to the point. James Jude Courtney as Michael Myers or The Shape, fucking brilliant. He's incredible. His body language, how he portrays Michael is just unlike anything. He's definitively The Shape. He's better than Nick Castle, who was the original Michael Myers, in my opinion. He's vastly better. Up until this movie, my favorite actor to play Michael Myers was Tyler Mane, the guy that played Michael in the Rob Zombie movies. But you can't really compare the two because Rob Zombie's Michael Myers was just a man. The Michael Myers that we all know and love from the original series, he's more than a man. There's a lot of supernatural shit going on. I mean, if you look at all that's happened in this timeline to Michael, there's no way he's just a man. There's more going on. Anyway, how James Jude Courtney portrays Michael Myers is just nothing short of remarkable. He's extremely charismatic considering that he has to convey all of these different elements without talking or without being, you can't see his face. It's all through body language and how he moves his head in the mask, and he's truly remarkable as this character. The scene where he uses that one dead guy as basically a pincushion and just keeps sticking knives in him and then observing what he's doing and critiquing his own work, to so to speak, is the strongest character development I've ever seen for his character. That part, there was a lot of parts in this movie that had me kind of like, wow, including the fireman scene. At the beginning, when he comes out of that building, when he comes out of Laurie's old house and it's on fire, he's like a phoenix rising out of the ashes. It was just fucking beautifully shot. I loved it. And then he just goes on to just mercilessly slaughter the entire fucking Haddonfield Fire Department, which was a nice touch. That's another thing that I really liked about this movie is typically Michael Myers stalks and kills people one at a time. There's more than one outright massacre in this movie. My biggest complaint is that there's too much filler. Like the scene where the kids fake out the gay couple, Big John and Little John, into thinking that's one of them swallowed a razor blade or something that was hidden in the candy. And I didn't care for the scene where the other mental patient that escaped with Michael committed suicide. It was a very impactful, effective scene until they showed him splattered, and then it just lost all of its validity to me. It just kind of became, oh fuck, they just did that for shits and giggles just to make people go, and it was kind of a low blow. I will say that the writing in Halloween Kills is superior to the writing in the 2018 movie. The 2018 movie was not at all bad. I really love it, on the contrary. But there were some humor moments that didn't land, like the peanut butter on the penis joke. Nobody liked that. It felt so forced. Luckily, all of that kind of thing is left out. This movie lands on its feet running, and it doesn't stop. And I love that about it. The flashback sequences, fucking incredible. The clean mask looked amazing. I'm partial to the clean Michael Myers mask. I'm not going to say I don't like the dirty, deteriorated mask, but it feels very niche to me, and we've had it the past 4 movies now. It started with the Rob Zombie movies where the mask was deteriorated. Now we have it further deteriorated, and, you know, back in the original series now, picking up after the 78 movie. So yeah, the mask is over 40 years old now. It's going to look deteriorated. But, like I said, I'm partial to the clean mask. And the flashback scenes were just excellent. The mask looked incredible. How Michael moved was incredible. It looked like Nick Castle again. And I like that they didn't use James Jude Courtney for the flashback scenes, because it gives you a more complete feel of Michael. Because Michael, as an aged individual, doesn't exactly feel the same as a character as he did in the original movie. He's way, way more violent now. His aggression turned way the fuck up. Like I said, there's massacres in this. I don't think there's any kills where it's just one person. He's taken out everything. A lot of people are complaining about Jamie Lee Curtis's part in it, how she's in the hospital bed the entire time, kind of like in Halloween 2, which is retconned from this timeline now, thank God. But guys, she was stabbed in the stomach in the prior movie, which happened the same night as this one. Where else would she be? You can't have a 60-plus-year-old woman fighting an immortal serial killer wounded. Plus, yeah, the Laurie Strode element is old. It's worn out. I kind of can't wait for it to end. No pun intended, Halloween ends. I want to see a reboot of Halloween where Michael is more random than he is. Like the scene in 2018 where he's just going house to house randomly, that was brilliant. I would like to see an entire movie like that where the police force is after him or something. Like they're on to the fact that somebody's out slaughtering people, and they're slowly catching up to him as the movie goes. I would also like to see in the Halloween movie something not titled Halloween. I'd like to see what Michael is up to 364 days of the year when it's not October 31st. And I'm not talking about in this timeline either, because obviously he was in an institution for the last 40 years. But I think it would be interesting to see kind of almost kind of like what Rob Zombie did with Halloween 2, about where they just kind of show him meandering about, surviving. That was the most interesting part of that movie, in my opinion, was just him roaming and encountering people, and different circumstances happen, and of course the one result that Michael produces is everybody fucking dies. But yeah, overall I think Halloween Kills is an excellent addition to the Halloween franchise. It fits in with the 78 movie and the 2018 movie excellent, and I can't wait to see what they do with Halloween Ends. Anyway, thank you for watching my video, and like, subscribe if you enjoy this kind of thing, and stay tuned because I'll undoubtedly be bringing you more shitty material soon. Take care.